is complete.
Orders came down. Some new science division policy. Everyone on.
You're back. So how did it go? Then things are moving forward.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet? Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Kryx's legacy?
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story. Well, we can solve that little mystery in about 10 seconds. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be on to something. What's your next move? Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Kryx was clever. It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. You're both dismissed.
Anything new to report? They're pirates in every sense of the word. That makes them a special. We'll provide you with information, but it'll help you maintain your cover and also give you an idea of how the fleet's operation works. 2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's playing this operation extremely close to the vest. Second, this is an undercover mission. Nice work. Let me take a look. It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Kryx's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Kryx picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can snowball into a full-blown fairy tale. Find anything else? Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Heard you boarded the key. I can't imagine what state the pirates have left it in.
About time you showed up. All right, I want to know what's going on. I've been trying to get Delgado's attention for, I don't know, 3 years now. Then out of nowhere, just when Neva and I are closing in on a huge score of our own, Delgado orders me to help you out. Oh, sure. First a tour, followed by a formal dinner at the captain's table. Let's get one thing straight. You're here for business, not for a vacation, so... Because the only way to achieve a win is by agreeing to play the game in the first place. Worst case scenario, I don't make the fleet, but I end up a couple thousand credits richer. Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. Just another one of Delgado's loyal little soldiers, huh? So Neva's message said you were here for Dombrowski. Was that all she sent you here to do? Don't play games with me. We both know pinging a message back and forth to the key is going to take longer than we have to do this job. We're supposed to be working together on every part of this. So, you gonna tell me what else you're here for or not? Oh, really? Did she now? I can't believe she's trying to cut me out of this deal. Without me, the award never would have ended up here in the first place. I spent months manipulating the Duran Preservation Society to hosting their gala affair aboard the Siren of the Stars. I had to arrange the event to make sure that the award was aboard the ship. When I got a message about Dombrowski, I assumed she'd be tagging along to steal the award. But looks like she sent you in her place. She told you to hold that over my head, did she? Fine, I'll help. But you're doing all the legwork, and I'm still taking my cut of the... Anyway, we'll get to that later. First, we have... So why are you targeting a Gall Bank exec anyway? Merchant vessels, transport, supply convoys, mining settlements, you get the picture. But taking on a megacorp, that's a really big deal. Sounds to me like Delgado's either getting desperate, or this is leading to an even bigger score. Oh, I see. We're playing this game now. Well, you might as well turn around and hop back aboard your ship because you're not getting near Dombrowski without my help. You're insulting my intelligence. Delgado wouldn't send you all the way out here without specific. I'll tell you what, though. I'm gonna make this extremely inexpensive for you. In fact, you don't have... I don't want money. I want back into the Crimson Fleet. Fine. You want to play it that way, and suit yourself. Dombrowski's a full-timer aboard the Siren of the Stars. Fortunately, the Siren is hosting the Terran Preservation Society charity gala. Larry won't be able to resist showing off his VIP clout. To get what you need, you're gonna have to attend the gala, talk to his fellow philanthropists, and dig up some dirt. Take it easy. I'm just getting you started here. This card will allow you to access the Starfield ballroom. If you need my help, I'll be relaxing in one of the upper-level lounges. Head inside and mingle with the crowd. No. Now you're speaking my language. Oh, there's one last thing. Trident equips all of their starliners with the latest acoustic threat detection. Meaning that you lose patience and kill anyone aboard the ship, security will be alerted and all hell will break loose. Anyway, I suppose that's enough to get you started. You seriously need to... First, Gold Bank protects their own. Kill Dombrowski, and they send Ecliptic after every Crimson Fleet ship they can find. And second, you offer Gal Bank employee in every single Gal Bank facility in the settled systems will triple their security. I'm gonna guess that won't help with whatever your plans are regarding Gal Bank. They claim their goal is to celebrate the soul of the Earth, the culture, the people, and the... In their minds, Earth is now dead, which is why they feel that preservation of its remaining aspects is so... In reality, this is what happens when folks with far too much time and far too much money get together to make themselves feel like they're contributing to society. Oh, and while you're at the gala, avoid the canapes. They're frozen, not fresh.
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously. There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield ballroom. It's breathtaking.
You're a guest of Captain Rukov, right? Welcome aboard.
Shh, listen. Can't hear the engines, can you? You're not going to find better engines anywhere else in the Sigil systems.
In the event of a lockdown, remember to return to your cabin in a quiet and orderly fashion.
Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas.
This is one of Trident's top.
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been posted to a ship like the Siren of the Stars. Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing sailors I have ever known. In fact, he doesn't act like.
Between you and me, the best part of the job is getting
Trident must have spent a fortune equipping the ship with triple redundancy in almost every internal system. Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all the leftovers.
You're a guest of Captain Rukov, right? Welcome aboard.
There is nothing quite like the view from the Starfield ballroom. It's breathtaking.
Captain Rokov is one of the most easygoing seals I've ever known. This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels.
Captain Rokov said you're allowed in any of the
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times.
I'm sorry. Bless you.
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously.
Trident must have spent a fortune.
Designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future society events aboard a Starliner.
Here for business or pleasure?
That view is absolutely spectacular, isn't it? I'm a silver member of the Society, but only 100,000 more credits, and I hit the gold tier. This is going to be the 9th Earth Savior Award ceremony, but the first time it's ever been held aboard a Starliner. Dombrowski is married to some poor woman that he constantly leaves behind in New Atlantis when he goes on his business trips. That's all then? Okay.
Hello. Are you a member of the Society?
So what brings you aboard?
The Society chair has really outdone herself this time. Is this about that feature SSNN ran a few years ago? I can assure you, this is a legitimate charity organization. All I know is that the award is given to whomever contributed the most to the preservation of Earth as a historic landmark. Let's put it this way. He's screwed over so many people. If he suddenly disappeared from the universe, I don't think anyone would miss him. Enjoy the rest of the event.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
Yeah,
Quite a lovely Starlight. Donations to the Society can be debited from my bank account on a monthly basis. I barely have to lift a finger to help. That award is such a joke. It's for members of the Society to pat their own backs for spending the most money on the cause. Larry has an A-level executive rating over at GalBank, which means he has access to everyone's accounts at the touch of a button. Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Have you tried the cannabis? Horrid. Positively horrid.
So, what brings you aboard?
Have you tried the canopies? Horrid. Positively horrid. An open bar would have been nice. Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got.
The Society Chair has really outdone herself this time.
I certainly hope they decide to hold all future Society events aboard a Starliner. Quite a lovely Starliner. The Society was founded about 8 years ago by Carl S.A. Worthington, a prominent businessman from New Atlantis. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee this year. The way she dotes over that glorified trophy, you'd think it was her own child. The considerable amounts of cash that Dombrowski donates is the only reason we allow him to attend Society functions. I've already told you everything I know about him. Well, that was boring.
Hello. Are you a member of the Society?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Here for business or pleasure?
That view is absolutely spectacular.
Yes! I'm extremely busy preparing for the award ceremony, so this better be important. Not at all. I was assured that this particular ship was outfitted with the absolute latest and cutting-edge security. I am completely confident that Trident Luxury Lines will keep all of us safe. Probably in a few days. I don't want the award transfer to actually occur until we're safely in orbit at our destination. Of course, if I keep getting interrupted, the ceremony might never take place at all. Yes, I am. Actually, I've been entrusted with the transfer of the award for the last 7 of its 9 years. Why do you ask? During my tenure? Oh, certainly not. There was an unfortunate incident where my predecessor attempted to sell the award to the highest bidder, but that was quickly resolved. Needless to say, they'll be spending the rest of their life in a UC prison. Well, the Earth Savior Award is one of a kind. The Blue Diamonds alone are irreplaceable. Since we can't produce a new award every year, it's instead passed from one recipient to the next. I supervise the transfer and make certain that there's ample security during transport and at the destination. In my cabin? Oh, please. Why would I do something so foolish? I'll have you know that the award is locked inside the master safe, located at the purser's office. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important things on my agenda than to speak to the likes of you.
Have you tried the canopies? Horrid. Positively horrid.
On behalf of Trident Luxury Lines, I'd like to welcome you aboard. Welcome to the purser's office. I'm Chief Purser Murata. How can I be of assistance today? Oh, absolutely. The safe is magnetically sealed and shielded with multiple layers of fully damage-resistant, vacuum-proof plating. In the unlikely event our vessel is boarded and the threat detection alarm is triggered, the safe will be permanently sealed until it reaches port. In the even more unlikely event this ship is destroyed, we can assure you that your loved ones will be able to recover your goods from the wreckage. So, as you can imagine, your property will be completely secure until you decide to retrieve them from our safe. An excellent question. My responsibilities include all of the Siren's financial, customs, and commercial goods transfers. Honestly, I really enjoy the work. I get to meet people at every port of call instead of being constantly stuck below decks. I've only seen it briefly myself, but I can assure you that it's quite lovely. Unfortunately, the item is locked inside of our safe, which can only be accessed by presenting an appropriate claim ID. Is there anything else I can assist you with today? Well, if you change your mind, I'll be here. Have a wonderful trip. I'm sorry. It's against Trident policy to discuss our personal feelings toward... I don't want to lose my job. Why should I tell you? Huh. That makes a lot of sense, now that I think about it. I'm glad you understand the position I'm in here. All right, but you didn't hear this from me. Do you understand? I don't want to lose my job. I like Captain Rokov, but I think he's mixed up with some very dangerous people. I was bringing some paperwork to his quarters one day, and I found a slate with a message he received from someone named Delgado. That would normally be fine, but the message mentions the Crimson Fleet, as in pirates. Can you believe it? If you want to grab it, the slate should still be in his quarters, somewhere. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to make your stay more comfortable.
On behalf of myself and the entire team at Trident Luxury Lines, we wish to thank you for choosing to travel with us.
For the safety of everyone aboard, please be certain you don't interfere with any of the crew or security members of our vessel.
If you wish to have a drink at any of our lounges, be sure to present your cabin pass to have the cost deducted from your account.
Due to an unfortunate accident, we're halting our spacewalk experience for an undetermined amount of time.
If you have any little ones aboard, story time with Serena will be held in the ship's library this evening.
Please let me know if your voyage... All right, but you didn't hear... I like Captain Rokov, but I was bringing some paperwork to his quarters. That would normally be fine, but if you want to grab it, the slaves... Have a safe journey.
Sorry, I'm busy right now.
Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been posted to a ship like the Siren of the Stars.
A Starview pass is required to enter the main hall.
Between you and me, the best part of my job is getting a crack at all the leftovers from the night. This is one of Trident's top-of-the-line vessels. Hell of a ship,
Trident must have spent a fortune keeping the ship.
If you have any specific requests, please speak to one of
The Society chair?
Must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that? And why in goodness name would I possibly... I think you may be right. I'd like to help you. I really would. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
That view is Hello. Are you a member? It's critical that the society... Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award committee. I heard he uses Galbank's VIP suite on the Siren of the Star. Nice to have met you.
Here for business or pleasure? I certainly hope they decide to hold. You don't necessarily have to be wealthy to contribute. Sheila Holbrook is chair of the award. He's been spending a lot of time with Claudia Swist. Quality time, if you catch my meaning. Don't forget to donate to the cause.
Quite a lovely starliner.
If you want to dine at
Nothing
Captain
but the
Rokov's
best for
table during
society,
dinner
eh?
service, it's only an additional 5,000 credits. We have a range of excursions available at all our destinations. All the details are in your cabin.
At the moment, Aurora isn't permitted on Trident Starliners, though we're working on having that changed.
So, what brings you aboard?
Please remember to obey all posted...
Sorry. Do I know you? Okay, wait. Are you seriously... are you trying to pick me up? Look, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm already seeing someone. His wife? Oh, for the love of God. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No. He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works. So what's it gonna take to make us both happy? Ugh, I should have destroyed that disgusting letter. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme where thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet. I didn't know who the hell you were. For all I knew, you were working for Dombrowski. It's called playing it cool. I'm not gonna tell you. Let's just say that I'd be sent to prison for a long time if Galbank... Oh, angry isn't even the right word. The plan was solid. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before... Oh, I know he was using me. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved me. I was going to confront him back on Jemison, but then he invited me on this little trip through the stars. All expenses paid, first-class accommodations, the works. I figured... You won't do that. You're here because you've got some kind of side hustle in the works. If you wanted to blow the whistle, you would have boarded this ship with the authorities. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. Good luck. You're good. What, are you writing a damn novel? Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their comnet for any Galbank chatter. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on didn't turn up in Galbank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in. What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dombrowski's no saint. And why should you? Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then leave him in the dust. Not bad for a lowly Galbank worker drone. I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy account. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy creds. I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
Glad to have you aboard. Please let me know if your voyage is unsatisfactory in any way.
Don't you have some?
If you have any needs, please enter a request into the computer located at the entryway to your cabin.
An open bar would have been nice, but Trident's gouging us for every credit we've got. I certainly hope they decide to hold on.
Hello. You here for the charity? Oh, absolutely. I'm a firm believer that attending these types of events tends to absolve one of their sins but something tells me you're not really here. Dombrowski, he's the exec holding court over in the VIP area. Yeah, sorry. I work for UC Security, not Galbank. I don't really know. Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. Sure, go ahead. If it makes you feel better, you can take it right to the top of mast. Anything you try to report will boil down to... And since I work for UC Security, who do you think?
That view is absolutely spectacular.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Oh, absolutely. He's up the ladder at UC Security. Lots of pull. No, it certainly didn't. But at least we know you've caught him on the back foot. There's clearly something going on between Vera, Swiss, and Dombrowski. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. Maybe, but if something goes wrong and he's able to raise an alarm with all of these wealthy patrons aboard... Yeah, that's smart. Kill Vera, or anyone else involved in his conspiracy, and then Dombrowski heads for the hill. Besides, you really want to ace a member of UC Security and have them breathing down your neck? No. Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support center. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. Don't worry, it'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the pub. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help. On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet. All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way, we keep the halls clear and avoid a panic. Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. But there's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starview Bowl. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Once you're past Undine, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Don't you have somewhere to be?
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
The society chair has really outdone herself this time. So, what brings you aboard?
There's nothing quite like the view from the Starfield ballroom. It's breathtaking. Every day that I wake up in my bunk, I count my blessings to have been posted to a ship like the Siren of the Stars.
Hold up. Wait a second. You're Captain Rocco's guest. Sorry to give you trouble. Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but I'd rather work on the bridge. I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Tried it. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Oh, sorry that... No, sorry, I'm afraid. Trident regulations? Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk here. Oh, really? Tell you what. I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my leg. Maybe you can hold this for me? Why? Remember not to touch anything, please.
Emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion. and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Shipboard emergency. Can't talk right now, sorry.
There's no cause for alarm. I'm sure this is just a minor malfunction or drill.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please?
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here.
Your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Doesn't take a genius to deduce. I locked on to you from the moment you entered the ballroom, and after we spoke, I had a feeling you'd pull us. You're working for Ikande's little anti-pirating outfit? So what? I have nothing to do with the Crimson Fleet. And even if I suddenly decided to stay loyal to the old UC, why would I possibly want to incriminate my... Claudia said that. You sure? That means my money's already gone. And Dombrowski's going to walk away with a fortune. I'd love to see the bastard fry. But if I give you that information and it falls into the wrong hands, I could end up in jail. Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. This is a one-stop shop for you. We're talking a slate. It was my little insurance policy in case the shit hit the fan. Dombrowski had the authorization to wipe out records on Galbank's system. I let Claudia talk me into that. She said she had him wrapped around her finger.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly
At least I walk away with something.
Oh,
here. With this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass. Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it. Well, since Claudia has been spending time disgustingly close to Dombrowski, I think she's suffered enough. On the other hand, I've got very, very special plans for Larry. That's if you leave him alive, of course. I wasn't lying when I said I didn't know anything about your undercover work, if that's what you're trying to imply. All I can tell you is that there's more than a few people at Mast who find Commander Ikande to be a huge pain in the ass. I mean, the UC is aware that the Crimson Fleet is a problem, but it pales in comparison to the issues with the Freestar Collective. Ikande's loaded with big picture ideas, but not a ton of evidence to put them into action. Wait a moment. Are you telling me that this scheme is getting so out of hand, it also involves the Crimson Fleet? That's all I need right now. Just because I'm helping you nail Dombrowski doesn't mean I'm turning my back on you. How else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all the... No, you can leave me out of your merry little band. You better tell Dombrowski to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Well, well. You must be the one who's been accosting Claudia and Gabriel. I'm uncertain what you hope to accomplish here, but it appears we should rapidly enter into some sort of... Excellent, excellent. So, first, it's clear that you've obtained insider knowledge of my arrangement to defraud Galbank. And second, I'm going to hypothesize that my compatriots are despondent regarding their share and have assisted you with this endeavor. Since we're speaking and I'm not at the reporting end of a bullet, this leads me to conclude that you desire something personal from me. You may as well ask, is it necessary for the sun to set on Jemison, or for one to wear a pressure suit when entering the... I see. That certainly places a damper on our negotiations. Perhaps I can hasten my diatribe to temper your violence-ridden contribution.
All passengers,
In blunt
may I have your
terms,
attention, please?
you have compromising materials about me in your possession. The only thing I have to offer in return are my Galbank credentials. I assume that's what you've been angling for all... Well, I'm surprised you even posed that question at all. The last thing I'd want to do at this point is call attention to myself. Oh, it was actually a rather easy deduction to me. It's the only thing of significant value that I still have in my possession. It appears we've reached an accord. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me... Oh, of course, I trust you'll understand if I ask for us to avoid any further... Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to formulate how I'm going to utterly ruin two very annoying business associates.
Passengers are being asked to return to their cabins at this time.
Well, looks like everything worked out. I wish you hadn't blown away the gambling debt that Sandine owed me. But hey, you got the job done. I'm glad one of us did. I'm just hoping you'll put in a good word for me with that guy. Otherwise, I've risked my career. You know, I'm still wondering exactly what you needed those credentials for. You feel like telling me, partner?
And remain there until you receive further instructions.
I usually have a nose for these things, but in your case, whatever the case may be, it's apparently worth risking your life over. That's telling me it involves a lot of money. Of course, of course. Anyway, I suppose there's nothing stopping me from rejoining the fleet now. I owe you one, Doverleach. Yeah, I'm a bit short in that department. Perhaps I can pay you back later in some other way. Well, I suppose this is where we part company. Hopefully.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
The Den responding to hail. You are cleared to dock. Welcome to UC Space.
Need some work done? How may the trick? Was there something you need? By all means.
guided colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis. Please, enjoy your visit to Jemison.
talk with you.
Hey. What can I do for you? And here's your new cap. Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome to the Galbank Archives, Messier. Just one moment while I... yes, Mr. Dombrowski. Welcome, sir. Give me a moment to log your visit and... Me? No. Look, this is my first day on the job. Just cut me some slack, okay? I can't afford to lose it. Everything checks out. Give me a moment to log your visit. There we go. Have a wonderful...
time you see Bob, tell him to let know. The guy's got a real attitude. You wanna kick back, avoid the last Nova.
Your buddy Rokov is aboard the Key. Told me everything that happened.
Yeah, he won't shut up about you. Keeps going on and on. Now I remember why we kicked his ass. Yeah, that'd be a first.
All right, neighbor, you've made your point. Well, since you're vouching for Rokov, I guess we can give him another chance. All right, now that is out of the way, we can move on to the matter at hand. Speaking of which, let me see that data you copied from the Galbank archives. Ah, so the Galbank transport went down over Bannock 4. Bannock. Why does that sound familiar? Neva?
Yeah, keep your panties on. I'm looking it up. And I got it. Bannock 4. Let's see. Damn it. Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant. We can't even get a ship near the thing without frying every circuit aboard. I just said the place is EM-class. But hey, if you wanna...
Both of you shut up and think for a second. I'm sure Kryx hit the same roadblock. All we need to do is figure out how he got around it.
This sounds like a goddamn waste of time.
That's the spirit, Rook. That is the essence of the Crimson Fleet that is... Neva, the Galbank data says the transport had a CBR-27 transponder. Can we track that kind of thing?
That transponder is military grade. We're talking ultra-bit encryption, constantly reshuffling frequencies. We don't have shit like that laying around. But before you get that pissy look on your face, I heard that the UC's been working on a ship signal decryption system called a ComSpike. We grab that little beauty, and we'll be able to track anything you want.
All right, Rook, I want you and Neva to put your heads together and get us that ComSpike. I don't care if it's mounted at the top of mast. In the meantime, I'm going to find out more about this EM-class gas giant.
Give me a little time to crunch the numbers on the ComSpike with Jazz, and I'll point us in the right direction. I promise. You gonna write that in your diary, little girl?
All right, that is enough. We are in arm's reach of Kryx's legacy, and I don't have time to deal with this kind of bullshit. Now, both of you, get the hell out of here and get to work.
All right, let's get this over. Better get a move on before Dale sees you slacking.
A lot of us in the fleet came out of the mud. We grind for every cred, and it shows.
You don't steal from your
protective
own.
gear,
Not
tactical
unless you
gear.
want
Station on your ass.
I'm sure I got some.
See ya.
Kinetics, electromags, energy weapons. Nothing's a substitute for shotgun blast.
Just to make it quick. We're done here? Great.
Heading out. Let's get you set up. I'm here if you need me.
The fleet protects our own, but you turn against us, and you're dead.
A slow ship will get you caught. Talk to Jazz if you need upgrades.
Anything ship-related, you're at the right place.
All right, let's get right to it. Did you... Well, look at that. You followed my directions, and now you're gonna end up with some credits in your pocket. Of course, it would have been more money if you hadn't blabbed about the damn thing to roll call. Anyway, here's your cash. All right, Fleet?
One day, I need to talk to some
Those crabs ain't gonna steal themselves.
Meds.
Yes. What? So I heard there was a bit of excitement on the Siren of the Stars. Nice work. Any specific evidence you picked up regarding criminal activity?
If the evidence pans out, you can visit those alleged criminals in our brig the next time you stop by the Vigilance. But for now, what do you have on Delgado and his little ragtag group of pirates?
Yes, and I heard there were no casualties. Excellent work.
Except for the eclectic hit squad that you took down at the archives. We've taken care of that mess, by the way.
Speaking of which, I assume you copied the information from the Galbank's Let me see what you got. So the Legacy went down at Bannock 4.
Bannock 4 is an EM-class gas giant, sir. It sounds like you admire that lunatic. Call it whatever you like. It doesn't change the fact that Delgado is still a murderer.
That's enough, Lieutenant. Even if Delgado has an immediate solution to the EM problem, there's still a matter of tracing the Legacy's transponder signal. They have information about the Comspike? Damn it.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that device, sir.
No, you shouldn't be familiar with it. It's a highly classified project. It's an advanced signal decryption and tracking device that the UC Navy's been working on for years.
There must be an information leak somewhere, sir. I'll see what I can find out.
Fine. This is what we're going to do. You keep playing along and go after the Comspike. I don't see the point. Crimson Fleet apparently has a pipeline of information flowing from some. Any attempt to move the Comspike would be a waste of time. Perfect. Just stick with the plan and we'll see who gets to Kryx's legacy first.
Heard you made off with something called the Earth's Savior. Damn pirates will have you steal anything that isn't bolted down.
This mission, anything new to report? Excellent. Are you kidding me? Dombrowski was already making a 6-figure salary, and yet he couldn't resist starting an embezzlement scheme. It makes me sick. Anything else? Tisk, tisk. Looks like Mr. Rokoff lied on his application to Trident Luxury Lines about having a... No matter. Next time he jumps from the key, we'll have him picked up. Have any more? All right. Keep up the... That information is classified, so even what I do know, I can't divulge. Now, I realize, for the sake of your cover, it's best you work with whatever information the fleet gives. I know as much as you do. But if the fleet wants to trace the Legacy's if such a device exists, it's likely being developed by the UC. You're not gonna let this go, are you? Because the things you're asking are private, and we're supposed to be maintaining a professional rapport, not making friends. Look, I like to keep my attachments at a minimum, okay? In my line of work, if you make friends, you eventually end up losing them, either through reassignment or... Okay. But don't say I didn't warn you. Would it shock you to learn that I spent some time in prison? Oh, come on. I haven't exactly been cordial about my feelings towards the Crimson Fleet's illegal activities. That's fair. Well, I grew up in the Well in New Atlantis. Parents made barely enough money to keep the lights on in our apartment. After I dropped out of school, they begged for me to look for work. But I realized it was a lot easier to simply take whatever I wanted instead. A year after that, I'm a career criminal with UC security breathing down my neck, and my parents kicking me out of the house. Hell no. I made enough money to buy my own apartment. I'd even send pictures of the place to my folks to rub it in. Don't worry. I was having the time of my life, earning way more than I needed to simply get by and loving every minute of it. Back then, if you would have told me one day I'd be wearing this uniform, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Very funny. And not even relatively close. Let's just say the years after my time in the well were filled with highs and lows. Look, the point is that I felt you deserved to know a bit about my past. To know where my anger towards the fleet comes from. Yeah, I think I've told you more than enough. Besides, my job here is to keep an eye on you. All I'm hoping is that it will motivate you to stay on the right path. Well, I think you've had enough for now. Let's get back to it before Keyboy writes us a citation for loitering. We'll be here if you need us.
A lot of us had our doubts about you.
again. I was certain you would return. Your safe return to the Lodge will please the other members of Constellation. Am I currently in possession? Goodbye.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way. Something you need?
Do you need me for something?
Great day for some. Happy you're here, Captain. I'm ready to go when you are. Really? Okay, if you insist. I'm just sandpapering the anchor here, Captain. That it for now? Well, look what the cat dragged. How can I help? Just say. The wanderlust is really kicking in these days. Certainly, as... Gosh, has... The settled systems is big... No, and I don't plan to be. There's nothing left for me back there. Crucible is a living representation of humanity's past. It's a toss-up between New Atlantis and Aquila City. And Aquila City's a testament to our species' love of exploration. Don't tell anyone from the government that I said that. Oh, I'd like to discover a planet. I can't imagine anything more incredible than being... If I'm lucky enough to... Oh, I sure am glad to hear you say that, Captain. One of the reasons I wanted to take this trip was to carry the real Amelia's legacy out into the stars. Living an explorer's life and learning to fly modern starships are some of the best ways I can think of to do that. Good luck out there. I hope I didn't miss anything good. I'm more than happy. See anything interesting today? Okay, where...